Hey, Coach. Just want to start off by asking you about kind of the decision to go with Miles Kendrick at quarterback this week. What played into that?
um, the spark that he gave us when he came in the game late last week, and the and he continued and had a really pretty good practice week. So we uh, we figured we'd give him a shot, and he made some significant plays and gave us some rushing yards from the quarterback that we hadn't had in a while. And um, that was the reason.
Is there a reason you guys didn't play Jalen Daniels at all this week?
No, there was no reason. It was that we were in a game with a tight score and did not want to make a change too abruptly. Okay, I'm not saying that Jalen Daniels won't be our quarterback in the future. He's talented, and we certainly expect those things from him. But that's kind of how we saw it.
And then on those last couple of fourth down plays you guys had in the final minutes, the very last one, the pass was there for TK and maybe just a little too far out of his reach. And then the one before that, I think it was another 4th-and-1 handoff to Highshaw. Can you just kind of give us kind of your assessment of how those plays went out?
Well, the fourth down and short, the unsuccessful one, the first one was successful. We snuck it, and then the unsuccessful, we didn't complete those passes. It's a kind of those plays that were just a little errant throw or just did not execute like we thought we could.
Yeah, and Highshaw got stopped in the backfield on a couple of those short yardage plays. Anything you saw on those that kind of went wrong?
Yeah, the ones that got stopped, we'd like to have had the ability to call a couple of those plays again, certainly, because you could just look at it now and see it. But those calls where you wish you had them back, because they're gone. They're out of your hand, not on the field. And they played, and Highshaw, made some really good plays. The one down in the goal line that you rushed off tackle and then bounced to the right, and I think we were waiting for that one to show up. That run off tackle to the right and then bounce into the end zone for a score.
And then just want to ask you real quick, why wasn't Andrew Parchment playing this week?
Andrew Parchment has I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but he's sick. He's got a sickness.
Hey, Les, on those 4th-and-short plays, did Kendrick have the option to pull the ball there, or were those direct runs to Daniel Highshaw?
Those were direct runs to Daniel Highshaw. I mean, what was happening is we knew that ball was going to end up in his hands, so it was obviously a good call. We feel like he should be, beyond that spot. When he maintains the ball, we figure that he'll have an opportunity to get at least short yardage.
And is Brent Dearman, is he totally calling all the plays, or you still have a little bit of say in what's being called?
He is calling the plays, and I have a little bit of say.
Coach, I wanted to ask about the defensive performance as it pertains to turnovers. How did you feel that they played in that aspect of the game?
I thought they played hard from start to finish, and I thought that they hustled. We need to tackle a little bit more crisply, but other than that, I am really proud with their efforts.
And then lastly, I wanted to ask about Karan Prunty. Had a really great game today. How do you From your perspective, how do you feel like he played and has developed?
Well, I mean, they turn to throw to him, and he is a player such that he has an interception and pass breakup and 2 to 4 tackles. And I mean, he's a guy that he's 6'1", and you'd best give him his space on the football field and not tempt him, because I think he's going to be a really good player for a number of years.
Hey, Les, when the defense is coming up with stop after stop after stop, and it's a one-score game and it's in question, was there any talk about possibly thinking of changing to Daniels, or was it always going to be Kendrick?
Well, the talk of that was, I gave thought to it, but I kind of liked the flow that Dearman was in, and I didn't want to change it.
How did you think the defense handled this week? Just, having to go about everything without DJ Elliott being there, and then obviously playing without him today.
I thought Jordan Peterson did a really nice job putting the game plan in a spot where a great majority of the defense could understand it and handle it and do well, and with a new caller, which is very difficult to do. So I thought that aspect went really well, and I liked how the kids responded too.
Coach, all season you have talked to us about what the future of your program looks like. To see the fight in your athletes today, is this the team that you've been waiting for the entire season, or is this just the beginning?
No, I think there's another game to play, and we're certainly going to not make excuses, and we're going to look forward to preparing to play that team. But I think our team can be a more talented team. I think we have to be with them. I think we have to be with them a spring. I think we have to. I think there's a competitive element to time frame that I think we could be a lot better team than we are right now. But there were some issues with our time frame based on being, stopped by those people that have wisdom far beyond myself that would say you need not to play. And so we didn't play. We didn't have spring. We didn't get lifting done and accomplished. So my expectations can't be that hard. But hopefully in a very short amount of time, we'll have a spring and we'll have some time and we'll develop. I still like how our kids played today. I mean, this defensive group played awfully hard.
Hey, Les, have you guys got any update on Berryhill after he had to be carted off?
We have unofficial information at this point, but he's flying home with us, and we think he's going to be fine. More of a temporary injury than a long-term one in any way.
You guys were missing so many players all over the field on both sides of the ball. How did you think you guys handled that? I mean, it seemed like
I don't know. I tell you right now, I thought they handled it better than I did. It just seemed like two players went down here, and we pulled 2 guys out of another area and put them in that kick return, and Kenny Logan steps out, based on injury, and we put another guy in, and he does a pretty good job. And, I think, we made some adjustments, but all in all, the kids were responsible for really playing well.
What did you tell the guys after the game in the locker room after such a close loss?
Told them I was proud of them. Told them that they played hard, that the defense played extremely hard. We like to have some fourth down calls back, but that's routine. And, yeah.
All right, thanks, Coach.